Good evening. Welcome to the February 3rd, 2026 meeting of the Barrow County Board of Education. It's 6 p.m. and the meeting is now called to order. I'm glad you're all here this evening. I hope you enjoyed some snow over the weekend and got a big basketball game going on after our board meeting tonight. Yeah, the Wildcats versus the Bulldogs. So hope you'll move on over to the Winder Barrow Gym after the board meeting tonight. At this time, we'll go ahead and have the invocation led by Ms. Bradford, followed by the Appalachia Cadets and the pledge.
Watch over us, continue to support us, guide us, and bless us. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Forward. March. Present arms.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Mark time. March. Turn left. March. Forward. March.
I'm Cadet Captain Seymour. I'm Cadet First Sergeant Custodial.
I'm Cadet Second Lieutenant Hopple.
Mark time. March. Turn right. March. Forward. March.
Thank you, cadets. At this time, we'll approve our minutes. The superintendent recommends the approval of the minutes from the January 6th, 2026 regular board meeting, the January 27th, 2026 work session and call board meeting, December 2nd call board meeting, and January 15th call board meeting as presented. May I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Mr. Callaway.
Motion by Mr. Callaway. Second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Bradford. All in favor? Thank you. All right, could I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved, Ms. Hendricks.
Motion by Ms. Hendricks. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Ms. Lord? All in favor? Thank you. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. I would request that we move the system athletic improvements from the consent agenda and vote on that separately, as I would like to recuse myself from that vote later in the meeting. If we could go ahead and approve the consent agenda without the system athletic improvements. Could I have a motion for that?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Motion by Mr. Callaway,
Second, Dr. Carey.
second by Dr. Carey. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. And now we'll move on to our superintendent's recognition. Dr. LaDuff.
Good evening, board members. We're going to start tonight's recognitions with Dr. Thompson. We'll be recognizing the Barrow Community Foundation.
And if I could have Ms. Angela Yarman, Mr. Doug Mitchell, and Mr. Stephanie Sorrells up here to stand with us as we do this recognition. We're going to introduce them in just a second. It is my deep honor to present what I think is a really important and meaningful board recognition tonight. On September 4th, 2024, an unimaginable tragedy occurred at Appalachia High School. Precious lives were lost and a community instantly changed forever by an act of senseless violence. But from the worst day in the history of Barrow County, acts of heroism, service, and compassion flourished amid heartbreak. Barrow County school system has, in the last year, rightly honored the first responders who ran into danger to keep our students and staff safe, as well as our second responders, mental health and support specialists who arrived to comfort and begin the recovery process for our community. Tonight, we want to recognize a third group, the Barrow Community Foundation. Already, the foundation was a great asset to Barrow County and our community, but on September 4th, the foundation board of directors took the initiative to lead amidst a tragedy. Within hours of the shooting becoming public, the Community Foundation initiated the Barrow Community Crisis Fund. This fund was intended to gather donations from all across the community, state, and nation, and world, quite frankly, to assist in the recovery efforts. Over a few months, the fund raised over $1 million in donations, spanning from small individual donations to large corporate gifts. Because the leaders of the foundation wanted the donations to be accountable to the donors and to maximize their impact in recovery, they recruited and developed the Crisis Fund Committee, a group which included representatives from first responders, local civic leaders, mental health experts, elected officials, members of the faith community, and members of the school system and Appalachia High School. The committee undertook the critical task of evaluating community needs through a grant-making process where governmental agencies and local nonprofits could request funds to aid in the recovery by meeting the needs of victims and those affected or by providing necessary recovery services to the community. For more than a year, this committee made hard decisions on how to use these donations to aid in the recovery while being maximally transparent in where the donations were going. In November of 2025, a little over a year past September 4th, 2024, the committee dispersed the last of the collected donations. Megan, if you'll go to the next slide. As expected, Appalachia High School itself was the primary beneficiary of donations. All told, $585,817.20 was provided to Appalachia High School directly, covering things such as dedicated therapists and substitute teachers for the school, physical modifications to the school environment to make it more comfortable and reassuring for students, making whole lost revenue for extracurricular programs, supporting 2 therapy dogs that attend school every day at Appalachia High School. I saw one of them just a few hours ago. Funds to support the one-year Remembrance Day activities, social, emotional, and academic curriculum for staff and students, and a host of other uses. Without these funds, the recovery effort at Appalachia High School would have been less effective and less able to meet the needs of students, staff, the families, and the entire community. These donations have been critical in allowing the Barrow County community to work through the healing and recovery process, which is still, of course, ongoing. We have up with us today standing, we have Mr. Doug Mitchell, who is chairman of the board of directors for the Community Foundation. We also have Ms. Angela Yarman, who is the president and CEO of the Community Foundation. We also have several members of the board of directors present. If any of you are with us, if you would stand, please. If you're a member of the board of directors. And if y'all would take a second, please recognize them for their efforts. We also have members of the Crisis Fund Committee that made these decisions about putting that out. Ms. Stephanie Sorrells, who's also a member of the Board of Directors, served as the chair of that committee. If we have members of that group, would they please stand and be recognized? So tonight, on behalf of Dr. Dallas LaDuff, Appalachia High School, and the entire Barrow County school system, we want to thank the Barrow County Community Foundation, its leadership, and everyone who donated funds to aid in the recovery. We appreciate what you have done to lift us up, and we are proud to provide the foundation with a commemorative plaque recognizing our appreciation of your efforts, your empathy, and your leadership when all of those things were needed the most by our community. Thank you.
Okay, I believe the screen is showing that Dr. James is going to join us next for our pre-K recognition.
Good evening. The pre-K lottery window opened yesterday and will extend until March the 2nd. And we are so excited to showcase our new promotional video for this year's Bold Beginnings, Your Story Starts Here campaign. This video highlights the joy, growth, and possibilities that begin with pre-K in the Barrow County school system. So if you know any families with pre-K age students, please help us spread the word and encourage them to apply during the pre-K window, open now through March 2nd. In the spirit of celebration, we would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to our current pre-K students who participated in advertising content for this year's Bold Beginning, Your Story Starts Here campaign, and boy, did we have a lot of fun. Your energy, confidence, and bright smiles helped tell the story of what makes pre-K such a meaningful first step in learning. We are also grateful to our communications team, Nicole Vallis, Sierra Hammond, and Jackson Hensley, for bringing our vision to life through their creativity and dedication. Thank you to the parents and families of our student actors for your time and support, and our teachers and principals for their partnership. Your partnership made this campaign a huge success. As a token of our appreciation, each student will receive a gift bag with coloring books and a costume representing what they shared they wanted to be when they grow up, along with a certificate of appreciation. So let's celebrate our young actors. Olivia Kaufman. Kiara Kelly. Emma Norris. Rafael Lopez. Lila Williams. Zeke Lockwood. Camilla Dela Cruz. Catherine Ann Dixon. Luke Worley. Oakley Lake. Can we give our students another round of applause? If we can have the teachers and the administrators, if you would come up as well. Thank you again.
All right, board members, that one's going to be hard to top, but we'll try to do our best by welcoming Mr. Joe Perno to do our custodial recognitions.
If I skipped up here, I don't think it'd have the same effect as sweet Olivia there. That was cool. Well, good evening. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to recognize our Clean School Team of the Month. And this team is from Austin Road Elementary School. I'd like to say a few words about this team before we call them up, and I'll start by reading what the principal, Julia Hodges, wrote about these folks. Our Rocket Custodial team, led by Nadia, truly goes above and beyond. They operate as a true team. When one person is out, the others step in without hesitation to ensure everything continues to run smoothly. Their mindset is never about one individual, but about the collective success of the whole team. Their commitment to keeping our school clean, safe, and welcoming for both students and staff does not go unnoticed. This recognition is well-deserved, and we're incredibly grateful for all they do. I think with the exception of maybe one team member, possibly two, this group has been the same since the school opened. They treat this building like it's their home. They take great pride in it, and it shows. They do a wonderful job, and when we look at our custodial inspections, this group is consistently at the top of the list there, so they do a wonderful job. So we'll call you up here. We'd like to present you with a certificate. We'll start with head custodian Nadia Hernandez. Our day porter, Abraham Villegas. And then our group that comes in the evening, we'll start with Luz Perez. Olga Maynard. Sandra Rosas. Paola Hernandez. And Christopher Perkins. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Oh, there he is. All right. Next, please help me welcome Mr. Jason Ayers to do our transportation recognition.
pretty good when the presenter gets an applause. I appreciate that. So I appreciate y'all appreciating. How about that? So got two staff we need to recognize tonight. If there was one word to describe this one, I would say adaptable, and that would be Sarah Beeler. Come on down. And look, you guys, it's not easy. She runs routes, but she'll run anything we need her to run. That is very difficult to do, just changing on a pivot like she does. I even think she wanted a snow plow this past week. Didn't you say you'd run? Anyway, we appreciate her and everything she does. Next one is Jennifer Addison. Staff just give her accolades about how kind she is, how helpful she is. That just stands out. You know, kindness makes its own gravity in a way. So she's a perfect example of that, and we appreciate her. Thank you. All right. Thank y'all.
All right, board members, our final recognition tonight will be recognizing you all, our Board of Education. So I'll ask you to come join me down in front of the wall here, if you don't mind.
Right now.
Right now. Usually I'm talking to them, but they're behind me, so I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute. Our Barrow County Board of Education has recently been recognized by the Georgia School Boards Association as an exemplary board. The exemplary board designation is the highest level achievement that the School Board Association gives a school board, which evaluates their effectiveness in governance, accountability, transparency, leadership, and service to students and communities. The Barrow County Board of Education has demonstrated a strong commitment to effective governance and continuous improvement by providing leadership that supports positive student outcomes as well as community trust. They've also invested high standards in training, strategic planning, and accountability. We mentioned a few things last week, so I won't get into all of them, but some of the deliverables that our Board of Education has delivered most recently is they were able to achieve a millage rate rollback while also implementing senior tax exemption. They've commissioned a salary study so they can make sure that we have the tools we need as staff to plan for the compensation packages of the folks that serve our children long term. And they've also supported us in a strategic planning process that allowed us to engage our entire community. Anybody that wanted to participate had a chance to participate, and we hope to be finalizing that in the months to come and delivering that product to our community as well. So I can tell you, as your superintendent, I am very humbled, extremely proud to get to work and serve alongside these folks sitting next to me, and I am incredibly excited about what's in front of us here in Barrow County.
Thank you, Dr. Leduff. This time we'll have our bowl spotlight from Auburn Elementary with Dr. Carter.
Good evening. My name is Lauren Carter, and I'm the proud principal of Auburn Elementary. Joining me tonight, I have Miss Lori Gray, our assistant principal. Together, we have the privilege of leading a dedicated staff committed to continuous improvement and student success. This evening, we're excited to share a small snapshot of the work happening at AES. At Auburn Elementary School, we believe that what we do daily builds what our students become. This is more than a slogan to us. It guides our decisions, our instruction, and our interactions with students. The small, intentional actions that happen every day create momentum, and that momentum shapes our students academically, socially, and emotionally. Tonight, you will hear directly from members of our staff about the work that they do daily, followed by how that work is translating into measurable results for our students.
At Auburn Elementary, we keep students at the center of our work, knowing that what we do daily builds what they become. My name is Stacy Dupre, and I am the Family Engagement Coordinator at Auburn Elementary. I manage our mentor program and the Business Partners and Education program. Through this work, we support more than 60 student mentees alongside almost 60 adult mentors and 38 business partners. Momentum matters.
So what you just heard from Ms. Dupre highlights how intentional relationship building happens every day at Auburn Elementary School. Through our mentor program and partnerships with local businesses, students are supported not just academically, but socially and emotionally as well. This work reflects our belief that when students feel connected and supported, they're better positioned to grow and succeed.
At AES, everything we do is intentional because we believe what we do daily is what our students become. My name is Jeanette Heck, and I'm the kindergarten grade level chair at Auburn Elementary School. We use frequent progress monitoring data to make strategic and instructional decisions, and our PLC time is intentionally focused on improving student outcomes. Momentum matters.
So Ms. Heck's message speaks directly to the intentional work that's happening in our classrooms every single day. By using frequent progress monitoring data, focused PLC collaboration, our teachers are able to respond quickly to student needs and strengthen instruction. So these daily instructional decisions build a strong foundation that supports long-term student success.
At AES, our work is guided by the belief that what we do daily builds what our students become. My name is Jennifer Jackson, and I am a member of the School Improvement Leadership Team at Auburn Elementary School. Last year, my team piloted using map data to strategically plan math small groups based on individualized learning plans for students. This resulted in incredible growth for first grade. Momentum matters.
Ms. Jackson's example demonstrates how strategic planning and data-driven instruction translates into real results for our students. After seeing the success of this work last year, particularly the growth that we had in first grade, we intentionally encouraged her team to provide professional learning for all of our staff on using the MAP learning continuum to plan math small groups. This not only strengthened math instruction across classrooms, but it also helped to build instructional leaders within our school.
At Auburn Elementary School, momentum is built on the belief that what we do daily builds what our students become. My name is Andrea Smith, and I'm the IEP facilitator at Auburn Elementary School. Our team actively engages in professional learning related to specifically designed instruction and collaborates with general education teachers to ensure lessons are accessible, differentiated, and aligned with grade level standards. Momentum matters.
Ms. Smith's video highlights our commitment to ensuring that all students have access to high-quality instruction. Through ongoing professional learning and strong collaboration between our special education and our general education teachers, lessons are intentionally designed to meet diverse learning needs. This daily work ensures that every student is supported, challenged, and provided equitable access to high-quality grade-level instruction.
Together, these examples represent the daily intentional work happening across Auburn Elementary School. Over the past 2 years, this consistency has resulted in significant CCRPI growth, increasing from 62 to 80.2. While momentum is built daily, it is sustained through shared celebrations. To celebrate this milestone, we threw an 80s themed party. complete with 80s music, cupcakes, and gifts for staff. I'll show you a little snippet. Yeah, there should be 80s music playing. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. This progress did not come from one initiative, but from sustained momentum built through collaboration, strong systems, and high expectations for every single student. We are proud of this growth and remain committed to continuing this work because what we do daily truly builds what our students become. Thank you. All right, you guys, most exciting part of the day, the finances report. Tonight we are reviewing the timeline for the fiscal year 2027 budget and millage rate. I'll break this into three main sections: budget education, budget development, then review approval of the budget and millage rate. For budget education, this month we present the fiscal year 2027 budget timeline to our school governance teams. In March or April, Michael Jones will help us create an exciting budget video that recaps the fiscal year 2026 year and provides a glimpse into the fiscal year 2027 budget. This video will be shared with our staff and school governance teams. In April, schools will present their individual school funds budgets to their respective SGTs. For budget development, we opened the budget process for directors back in October. Salary projections have been entered and directors submitted their budget request. In January, allotments were provided to schools and salary budgets were adjusted accordingly. In early January, directors met with business services to review their budgets. On January 15th, the governor released his proposed budget, which impacts school districts' budgets. He announced an amendment to the fiscal year 2026 budget to provide teachers and other support staff with a one-time $2,000 pay supplement. For fiscal year 2027, there's really nothing great here. There is a 1.8% increase in TRS, which is our pension. State health insurance will increase by 7% or $1,716 per employee, bringing the total cost per employee to $24,336. One very important item worth mentioning is the annual school safety grants will continue to be funded. Of course, none of these items are finalized until the House and Senate vote and approve these budgets. Back to our timeline, January 30th, employee preference sheets were returned. Today, we reviewed some budget items with Cabinet and will continue these discussions throughout the month. This Friday, the superintendent and I will meet and make further adjustments to the budget. On February 19th, we will hold a board retreat to establish additional board priorities. March 2nd, federal funds and school food nutrition budgets are due to be entered by directors. March 6th, signed employee contracts are due back to HR, so we will know exactly where we need to hire or move staff for these vacancies. March 7th, the district will have a career fair. And in mid-April, we will receive QBE funding projections from the state, and we will also expect to receive revenue projections from the tax assessor's office. For our review and approval process, I like to refer to this section as our transparency of the budget and millage rate. Tonight, we are updating the board on this timeline. As mentioned earlier, we will meet on February 19th to review priorities and determine if there is anything additional the board would like to include or exclude in the budget. Once adjustments are made by April, we should have a solid picture of where the budget stands. At that point, we will be able to meet with the board members to walk through the budget. On April 28th, we will present the tentative fiscal year 2027 budget to the board. On May 5th, the board will vote on the tentative budget. If approved, we will move forward with required advertisements and public hearings.
At the May 26th work session, we plan to present a tentative millage rate and the federal funds, school food nutrition funds, capital projects, and debt service funds budgets. On June 2nd, we will ask the board to approve the tentative millage rate and those tentative all other funds budgets. Beginning June 10th, we will start the millage rate advertisements and schedule 2 public hearings for the budget and 3 public hearings for the millage rate to gather feedback from our community. We will soon work together with the board to finalize those June dates for you. On June 23rd, we will ask the board for approval of the final fiscal year 2027 general fund budget and the tentative all other funds budget. And then finally, if all goes as planned, on July 7th, we will ask the board for final approval of the millage rate. This is our timeline, but it is dependent on getting those revenue amounts from the state and county, but we believe this will be our process for this year. Any questions about the budget timeline? Thank you. Thank you.
Are increases that are coming down from TRS and healthcare costs from the state legislators, is that above and beyond what we experienced last year?
No.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, for our SPLOST, we had a record month. This is actually December SPLOST revenues, so we had a good Christmas in Barrow County. We received $2,104,279,000. And so that's up just slightly from the previous January. All right, moving on to the general fund budget summary. The unassigned fund balance for January 31st is $83.7 million. The total fund balance for January 31st is $112.6 million. The total revenues year to date up till January 31st is $148.7 million. Our total expenditures year to date, $125.8 million. Our total revenues for the month of January were $14 million, and our total expenditures for the month of January were $16.8 million. And you can see we were 58% of the month. We always like to see that green above the blue bar and the red below the blue bar, so we're doing pretty good. The next few pages are our budget detail for the general fund. And then we'll move on to special revenue funds, and these are for the year-to-date ending December 31st, 2025. So our year-to-date revenues were $11.8 million, and our expenditures are $13.3 million. For our capital projects funds, our year-to-date revenues were $19.5 million, and year-to-date expenditures $15.5 million. For our debt service, $10.1 million in year-to-date revenues and $14.3 million in year-to-date expenditures. And then we have our invoices report for the month of January, and these are invoices paid between $10,000 and $74,999. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have one request to appear.
Good evening. We do, as you said, Ms. Maloof, have one request to appear. Before we ask her to come up and speak, tonight we have one request to address the Board of Education. Before we welcome them to the podium, please keep in mind board policies, which summarized state, the Barrow County Board of Education values public input about topics concerning our schools. Only residents of our district, representatives of organizations in our district, our student families, our school system employees may address the board. Each speaker is given 3 minutes and is asked to be civil and refrain from disparaging remarks concerning BCSS staff or that violate privacy laws. The board may stop a speaker if guidelines are not followed. The board will take each speaker's comments and questions into consideration. However, no action will be taken at the meeting. Generally, board members will not respond to questions or comments, but may if they choose to do so. Now we invite our first speaker, Ms. Dina Valadares. Please restate your name before you begin, and you may approach the podium.
Good evening, Board. My name's Dina Valadares, and first and foremost, as always, thank you guys for letting me speak tonight. The reason why I'm here is to ask the Board of Education to help our school, Yargo Elementary, have a better way of allowing kids out of their vehicles in the car rider line in the mornings. The procedure in place currently is inefficient and unsustainable with the growth we've had in our district. Currently, the line starts from Heyman Morris Road, wraps through the Heyman Morris Middle School, and kids aren't allowed out of their vehicles until they're in the bus loop. If we could work together to implement a plan where students can either be allowed out of the vehicles while they're next to the portables, and then they can walk to the bus loop, or if they could use the back door that faces the Heyman Morris parking lot, I think it would work more efficiently. This would also avoid traffic, and we could avoid tardiness because more students would be allowed out of the vehicles all at one time. If you arrive anytime after 7:15, you can declare your child late. Due to the inefficient way the car rider line is currently set up due to someone stalling the line for whatever reason, or a staff member is trying to get into the Heyman Morris parking lot, or the officer on the main road hasn't allowed vehicles on the Yargo Elementary side to exit onto Heyman Morris parking lot. And now everyone who has been on the property is penalized and marked tardy, even though they've been there on time, but they are just not allowed to let their student out of the vehicle until they're in the bus loop. I would also like to add, if they're gonna have teachers out there, they should be requested to help their students out of the vehicles, especially students with disability. Currently, that's not the case, and it's not helpful for us as parents, and it also doesn't help the students safely exit the vehicle. I'm aware that our principals should be working with our executive staff on a more efficient procedure for next year, and I hope the BOE will support her efforts sooner rather than later. I hope you can understand my frustration as well as many other Wildcat parents. We just need a collaborative solution that is efficient for both families, student staff, school staff, and most importantly, for a seamless start of the school day for our students, especially for parents like me who have multiple students that will be attending Yargo Elementary in the near future. And I just want to be clear, this is for everyone watching online and on social media. This isn't about being to school early. This is about the procedure not working. And the more we grow as a district, the more vehicles will be in this car rider line, and it's not working. Thank you once again, and have a good night.
Thank you. All right. Could I have a motion to discuss or deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal, or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee, or to interview applicants for the position of superintendent?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Hendricks. Second by Ms. Bradford. All in favor? All right. We will return after our executive session.
Hi, my name is Zahara Jones, and I'm a senior at Barrow Arts and Sciences Academy. I chose to come to BASA because I saw that it is a school that heavily focuses on your pathways, and my pathway that I'm very passionate about is theater. So when I saw that they had a really cool theater program, I was like, this is the place for me. And when I did come here, their theater program is excellent. From the get-go, Ms. Padasol had so many excellent courses, classes, and performance opportunities that I was very excited to join. So currently I am in 2 sports, volleyball and soccer, and those sports have impacted me so heavily. They have given me 2 amazing communities that both love the sport just as much as I do. And so for volleyball, I have an amazing community, and I love, love, love going to practice. I love all of my girls, and we all love to work hard together. We've also done a lot of team bonding together. So when I go to school every day, I know I have people I can go to, talk to, and people that all love the same sport. And that goes the same for soccer. And every day, being in those sports makes me more passionate. It makes me want to keep practicing, and getting better, and it helps me set a lot of goals. Some of my most memorable experiences at BASA has actually been the trips that I've gone on. 2 of these trips that I've gone on have been with BASA's feeder program, and I love them so much. The first one is Georgia ThesCon, which is an event where a bunch of feeder students, all thespians, get to go and watch mini shows and do mini workshops and just learn a lot about acting on stage and on screen, learning about technical elements, and so many behind the scenes of theater, and I really love going. I've gone for 3 years, and not only have I learned so much and seen so much, but it makes me just as passionate as theater as I continue to learn and grow. And then also another trip that we have recently gone on was to New York. And it was so exciting because we got to see 3 Broadway shows, Hadestown, Six, and Sweeney Todd, and they were so good and it was so exciting. And then we also got to do a workshop with a member of Hadestown and then some of their music directors, and we got to learn a dance and then the song chant. And we got to tour New York and see so much, and seeing so much of New York and like the passion of people who are learning to become actors in the professional scene, it really motivates me to keep going. All right, I have 2 really big role models at this school, which is Miss Pattisall and Miss Barnes. Miss Pattisall, she's the first theater teacher that I met the first year, and she's taught me so much about myself as an actor, because first coming in, I was nervous. I was like, am I going to be able to get good at this? There's so many people with experience, but she's been patient with me. She's taught me so much, and she's always kept encouraging me to do my best and to keep learning and keep trying. And through that, I think I've improved a lot, and I really feel more confident in my acting. And then same with Miss Barnes. She encourages us, she keeps us going, she keeps us pumped, and they both provide so many amazing opportunities for us to learn and perform, and I absolutely love it. And I've learned and grown so much from that. And doing that has also helped me grow as a person myself and my confidence and my ability to perform. So for my future plans, I plan to attend Brenau University, and I want to major in theater with the Gainesville Theater Alliance, and then I want to have a minor in psychology. And for my goals past college, I would like to become an actor, so I plan on getting an agent and auditioning. And then my long-term goal is to become a reoccurring role in either a movies or a series, on film or on stage. One of the accomplishments that I'm most proud of is I used to be the community service coordinator for our BASA Drama Club, and one of my projects was that I had a few of our thespians perform Sarah Saves Christmas for the Mulberry Grove Senior Home Living. And it was so sweet, they looked so touched, and all of our cast members did amazing and really touched their hearts. And that just made me so proud to be able to coordinate that and get everything planned, because it was just a really good Christmas for everyone. And then another accomplishment I'm really proud of is back in art class when we worked with the Wimberley Center, I helped with an installment to show Miss Wimberley's passion for sewing. I made little sewing tutorial pamphlets that went along in the installment. One piece of advice I would give myself as a freshman is to join more clubs, because BASA has so many clubs and so many things I would love to do and join, but because I kept myself so busy, I didn't allow myself to explore as many clubs that there were at BASA. I should have participated more in them before I even got here to graduation. So also my advice to future freshmen is to check out a lot of those clubs, because there's so many things that you may be passionate about that is here at BASA. BASA is a place where you truly can be yourself, and I'd say my advice overall is when you come, don't be scared to be yourself, and don't be scared to go after the things you're passionate about, because everyone here is here to support you through that. Woo!
Hey everybody, have you ever seen this book?
Pete the Cat.
It's a Pete the Cat book, right. Here, I'm going to sit down here with you. So this is about going to the library. Who's ever been to the library?
Me.
Pete's mom is taking him to the library for the first time. The librarian gives Pete his very own library card. Cool, says Pete. The librarian smiles. Time for the tour. And this is Pete's mom. Has anybody ever seen Pete's mom before? Not me. Pete's mom was in the second Pete the Cat book about going to school. It's called Rockin' in My School Shoes. And that was the first time you saw Pete's mom. The librarian takes Pete through the library. There is a big desk where people wait to check out books. Pete sees some of his friends reading at a long table. It's very peaceful and quiet. How relaxing. Who is this cat right here, this This one, does anybody know who that is? Who is that? Thank you. Pete has a brother, right?
Yeah.
And this is Pete's brother Bob, and Bob has green eyes, and he's black and white. I have a black and white cat like this now, but it's a girl, and her name is Abby. And Abby was not happy when I left this morning. The librarian takes Pete to her favorite room. There are lots of Pete-sized chairs and tables and shelves. There are books of every shape, size, and color. So who knows who this is? Does anybody know who that is?
A frog.
Right, what's his name?
Grumpy.
Who said Grumpy? Yay! Yes, it's Grumpy. And this is Owl. And who is this?
Squirrel.
Squirrel, right. And does anybody know who this girl is? Callie.
Callie.
You know Callie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's friend Callie. And this is a platypus named Gus. Can you remember that? That's Gus. What do I do now, Pete asked. Now you read a book, the librarian says. Which book should I read? Asked Pete. You can read any book you like, says the librarian. Pete looks around. There are so many books. Pete picks up a book all about airplanes and jets. Who likes airplanes and jets?
I like it.
Your brother does?
Yeah.
He reads it and pretends he is a stunt pilot. He flies a super fast jet and does loop-the-loops and spirals high in the sky. Pete finds a book with dragons, wizards, and unicorns on the cover. He reads it and imagines that he is a powerful wizard using magic spells and a special wand to defend his castle against a fire-breathing dragon. So, what is a unicorn? What is it?
It's a horse.
A horse with what?
A horn.
A horn. Thank you. Very good. Next, Pete opens a book about spiders and insects. Ooh, spiders.
I love spiders.
He reads it and imagines that he is a scientist studying all types of critters in the wild. He has to be very still to study some of the critters. Who has seen a spider? Anybody? It's
I've seen lots.
You've seen lots?
I've seen lots.
Around Halloween, you saw 2 spiders in your house? And what about butterflies? Who knows butterflies? Then Pete chooses a book with all sorts of scary monsters on the cover. It is a book of fairy tales. Pete reads it and pretends that he is in a dark, spooky forest
All right, we are
trying
back
to
in session. Could I have a motion to approve tonight's personnel report?
So moved.
Which one of y'all made the motion?
He can have the first.
Okay, you're going to give it to Mr. Callaway. All right. We're going to. A second?
Dr. Carey.
Dr. Carey. All in favor? All right. Could I have I'm going to recuse myself from the vote on the systems athletic improvements. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Hendricks,
Second, Mr. Callaway.
second by Mr. Callaway. All in favor? Oop. I'm not voting. You- Approved. All right. All right, we've got a few upcoming meetings. February 9th, we've got whole board training beginning at 8:30 at Sims. 19th.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back here for a work session on the 24th. No other business? We will adjourn.